I really got into basketball. I wanted to be a coach, and as a footballer, I'd done everything I wanted to do at 22 years of age, and I couldn't coach and play because I wasn't good enough to play. In those days you were playing coach. So my wife was heavily into basketball. She was a state player, state junior, state senior, and her family were all in basketball. And I was fortunate enough to, and her coach at that stage in Hobart was Peter Robertson, and he was very heavily invested in basketball. So I sort of came in at the top level, and I really enjoyed the tactics of the game at that level, and that's what got me going. Yeah, we started at Meadows, Kings Meadows Traders, and I started coaching under 16, under 18 girls, and just built on from there. And Roxanne was coaching under 10s, under 12s, and it just started, and we just kept going, and eventually I wanted to coach A grade, so we moved to Trojans, and some of our players went with us, and we eventually had our own A grade women's team. I think one year we might have had two, because there wasn't a lot of competition, and just went from there, and we just coached everything. So when it came to the Tornadoes, I didn't want to coach another team and lose. I said, I'm only going to coach if there's a chance of winning. So we had Debbie Black from Hobart, Mandy Bonney had come in from Melbourne, who was a local, like an ex-Launceston person. And I said to Greg that we need some height, we need one more player. And the deal was that he turned out to be Kawi Wakita, who was pretty good. We had to get a home final. That was the deal. And so for the 4 years that I coached, I was always aware that I needed to get a home final to help pay for the recruits. First year we fell into the finals. We won the conference final in Adelaide. We had our home final was here in this stadium, and the place was absolutely packed. They've never had a crowd that big. I don't think the fire department would allow them to have that crowd again. And then we played the national final in Sydney, and we won that. The next year we actually made the national final again. The next 2 years we made the semi-finals of the conference, both years. Anyway, so it was 4 years, over 100 games. It was very successful. We had like a lot of years of being treated poorly by other states. Like we were the laughing stock, you know. There was no junior development program, so we used to train at weekends for 9 months, go away and probably hardly win a game. So the aim of the Tornadoes was to get some respect. And we started to get respect halfway through '95 because we couldn't get any tapes. They wouldn't give us any tapes, and they started talking to each other on the mainland about us. So it was hard to scout the opposition there for a long time. We generated some respect then, and that felt good. Not just for us, but for Tasmania. We finally got the respect that the JackJumpers are now getting. I mean, when the JackJumpers came in, they would have experienced the same thing, Tassie, whatever. Well, they turned that around pretty quick. Now, when teams come down here, there is some respect, and they're going to defend the island, and it's a hard game. And that's what it was like when they came here for the Tornado. I think Scott Roth was obviously the best pick available. I mean, look what he's done, not just for his team, but for the state. He's bringing the team around. He's around. I've seen him up here at Tornadoes games and things like that. So, but he's making it like a one-state team, and I think that's crucial, and I think the state are behind him now. Well, it's nice to be recognised. I mean, I was only one part, like in women's basketball. I think I said to you before, Peter Robinson was the mainstay. He was the person who was a mentor to me, and he just spent so much time and money, his own money, in the game. And of course, Robert Burke in Ulverston. I mean, we used to have three-way big competitions. On the women's side, we were probably the three main coaches, I guess, for a long period of time. And of course, on the men, well, Phil Thomas was there, and Lou Cox, and of course you had all your Hobart guys. I remember watching Keith Scott. He coached Pacunas for years down there, and I used to go and watch him coach too. So, but there've been some good coaches around the place.